I have potentially much to lose. However, the overwhelming feeling of regret that I'd have by not saying this would be far worse. And by the way, I'm filming this on June 11th, 2022. So mark my words, the complete collapse of the US dollar and the global economy as a whole is now imminent. And this is going to affect absolutely everyone. Whether you're currently poor or rich, this will affect you. However, it will affect some people far sooner and more dramatically than others. And the good news is that by hearing this and understanding what's coming will give you time to prepare. Now, 2 weeks ago on May 27th, I made a video on this topic. However, this video is going to lay out several pieces of line item evidence that will show you exactly why this is happening, what reason, and what you can do to prepare. And later in this video, I will give you my best advice. Now, some people will say, oh, you're fear-mongering, you're causing panic. No, I'll have something to say about that later in the video too, but let me just dive into this. Like I said 2 weeks ago, the cost of literally everything is not only going up, but it's about to skyrocket. And I regret to say that in just the last 2 weeks, the evidence of this has become more and more apparent.
Hey, Shalom. First thing and foremost, I'm going to give all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honors unto the apostles and the elders of the great millstone. Peace and blessings and salutation to the hopeful elect. Noah's in the gospel, bro, lifting up the standard of Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, wherever it may be. It's crunch time, man. It's crunch time, crunch time, crunch time. It says proof that it's coming. This is a guy by the name of Jimmy Corsetti. Okay, his channel is called Bright Insight. Pretty much, he I don't know too much about him, but just kind of looking over this stuff and knowing that he goes into like the economy, kind of like what's my boy name? You got a couple of them out there, man. That go into like geopolitics, the economy, the stock market. Okay, Dabu 7 is one of them, but you know he's more of an all-around reporter, so to speak. But he gets into the news. But you got this guy that gets into like the economic trends. You got the epic economist. You got this man. What's this guy's name? It's Edomite, man. He goes live. I think it's like AM TV or something like that. But he pretty much goes in about the fashion trends of the world, okay, and what's getting ready to happen. So my thing is this: if you don't believe the prophets, at least believe Esau, okay? Because hey, I mean, Esau ain't got a reason to lie about this shit, straight up, okay? Because I mean, he's telling you straightforward. Biden has told you. Klaus Schwab has told you. They've told you time after time that look, we're getting ready for a great reset. So what you're witnessing now, as far as the rise in inflation, they're talking about inflation going up another 3%, possibly by Wednesday. Okay, gas possibly being $8 to $9 by the end of the summer. And hey, if you go to Cali, certain parts of Cali, gas is already $8, man. Okay, so this it's a done deal. It's finished. Okay, like you see this pump here, it says regular $6.99 plus $7.19. Okay, and then diesel is already at $5, and diesel is what make the world go around, so to speak. Okay, because hey, 90% of your goods come in by freight train and trucks, man. Okay, and what the trains can't get to, the trucks is going to deliver it, because the trucks have more access to routes than trains do, because you got highways all over the United States. But overall, man, people are getting ready to lose it, because people they have to decipher or distinguish between if they want to go to work and spend all their money on gas money just to get back and forth to work, or whether they're paying their bills or not. And it's a lose-lose situation, because nobody's gonna go to work just to put gas in their car. Like, it don't make sense. Okay, what's the whole point of that? So people have found alternative ways. You know, if you got an at-home job, you know, I mean, it may be a little bit on the up and up for you, but regardless, this whole economy is getting ready to fall, because hey, sooner than later, all these jobs are getting ready to be shut down. Because now, I did a little video like an hour ago, but I actually deleted it. It wasn't as long as I thought. It was like a little quick video that I did on the CBDC, and how you got the central bank digital currencies, which is going to lead into the MOTB, which the infrastructure is already up and running. That's why gas is high. That's why the dollar is collapsing. What you're seeing, what you're witnessing is we're in the middle of a collapse. You see what I'm saying? And the cryptocurrencies, the Bitcoin, those things are pretty much collapsing as we speak. It's pretty much done. You see, because if you look at the stocks of Bitcoin, it's a collapse on it, man. It ain't moving like that. So those of you jakes out there that thought you was on a level Oh, I'm investing Bitcoin. Okay, well, just let you know that those Bitcoin markets are systematically controlled too. Okay, so hey man, I'm gonna play a little bit more of this video, but hey brothers, like Apostle Ramlab say, man, hey, he did a video, matter of fact, and I did a little response to it, but I didn't upload it. But basically going back to it, it says get ready, okay? Preparing your minds, arming yourselves with the mentality and the fortitude of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, man. Because we finna enter those times. The Lord is not tarrying no more. We're actually getting ready to see all hell break loose in America and around the world. Because I'm gonna tell you like this, these people are on edge. They're talking about stage 5 lockdowns possibly by August due to the monkey business. Okay, we just see what happens. You know, we don't know. It's not really set in stone. But when Esau usually do something, he's usually on point with it. Okay, they talking about jumping from stage 3 to stage 5 lockdowns due to the monkey business. So whatever they're gonna do, they're gonna concoct some madness, and they're gonna attribute it to the decline of the dollar, and they're gonna be justified on deploying troops to your streets to control food rationing, crime, etc. Because hey, home invasions has been at an all-time high. Though the news is not reporting on it, snatch and grabs, man. People are literally stealing gas out of people's cars. So crime is getting ready to go up. Like back in 2020 when the whole PD happened, y'all know what I'm speaking about. When that happened, hey, crime went up, man. Motherfuckers was panicking, they was afraid. People was getting into fights. Domestic abuse was at an all-time high. You know, neighbors was trying to break in people's homes. And that's gonna come back in a big way, man. So hey man, we gotta have the protection of Yahweh Shai Shai on us at all times, man. Really put ourselves in a mindset of moving around as being pilgrims. Okay, so I got a couple precepts lined up, but I want to play this video, you know, at least majority of it, because he make a lot of interesting points. And we just gonna follow the scriptures, man. But overall, this is what the men of the Lord have been saying. We've been saying, we're gonna continue to say it. But hey, salvation is near, brothers. This is it. This is it. Expect the dollar collapse any day now. So say goodbye to your jobs and all that other shit you people put your faith in. And me, quite frankly, I can't wait. Like I said, I would rather spend every day of my life trying to survive with all hell breaking loose before I work like a slave that's appearing to be free. No, thank you. You can keep that. So anyway, without further delay, here we go.
Food, fuel, and subsequently everything under the sun will cost more and will continue to rise in the weeks, months, and probably the next 2 years to come. Inflation is at the...
That's if we have 2 years. Okay, now we're in the time of that black horse, man. Revelation 6 and 4, no, 6 and Revelation 6 and 3, 6 and 4, 6 and 5. We're in the time of the black horse. We're in the time of the famine. Okay, inflation. That's the times we're living in. And it's all hot outside, man. And hey, that's no coincidence. It jumped from 70 to 100 degrees within a matter of days. That's no coincidence. Pay attention. Esau's been spraying them chemicals in the air, man. And he's going to justify on scorching heats to pretty much cause blackouts, because they said that prepare for blackouts this summer. But how would they know that unless they wouldn't want behind it? So you got to think about it. See, you got to pay attention to when Esau say things, man. He don't just say it just to say it. He says it because he's behind it. Okay, like they said, Klaus Schwab said, look, you will own nothing and you will be happy about it. So the World Economic Forum, as we've been speaking on, hey, they are going to be pretty much top frontier of the world sovereignty now, because if I'm not mistaken, I believe that summit they had like May 22nd, that all the nations were supposed to be giving over their sovereignty into the World Economic Forum or something like that, or the WH, you know what, or who did it, so to speak. So, hey, man. Esau is making moves while Jake is out here playing games, clubbing, jumping up and down, acting like straight monkeys. Yesterday, about a couple of days ago, his woman was brutally beat inside a Cricket Wireless store by a bugged out customer, man. That wasn't off his psych med. So just imagine when these people don't get their medicines, man. Okay, because honestly, America is the most medicated society in the world. Why? Because for one thing, they deal with pharmaceuticals. They don't have what they call they have that what you call the chemical. They have the chemically enhanced medicines, man. I want to say it's allopathic medicine, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe the other one. But they don't deal with natural remedies here, so everybody is medicated. 60% of these people are on some type of drug, whether it be Ritalin, whether it be some type of antidepressant, blood pressure medicine, all that shit. These people are highly medicated. So just imagine when they can't get their medications. Schizophrenics, People gonna lose their minds out here, man. People suffering from PTSD. It's gonna be, man, the Most High set this place up beautifully. Because when it goes down, it's gonna go down. All right?
Highest it's been in 40 years, and that is just the beginning. Inflation from here on out is going to dramatically increase as the value of the dollar continues to diminish.
Yep.
One of the reasons for this is the cost of fuel. Everything that we purchase in our lives is coming from something that operates on fossil fuels, whether it be a truck, train, or airplane.
And Biden said that, hey, they need to get rid of that. He said it. Biden said, look, we need to get rid of fossil fuels, man. Okay? So, hey, this is all done by design. This is not happening because somebody woke up one morning and no. This is all done by the Heavenly Father on the left-hand side using these Edomites to bring in this new world order. But they're not going to succeed at that because Yahweh Shai is on his way back. That's why the Lord said, when you see these signs, know that it is near, even at the doors, man. So, hey, the Lord is getting ready to come get us, bro.
Cost of fuel goes up, so does everything else. One of the reasons why the cost of fuel is going up is because of the canceled pipelines here in the United States. I made a point in my prior video mentioning the Keystone Pipeline is just one example, and some people unfortunately focus on that to say, well, hey, the Keystone Pipeline is not yet finished and that has not affected anything. But the point that I was making, or should have specified better, is that many pipelines that were active have now been canceled and the leases for them nullified. This has never been done, and we went from pumping oil from under our very feet to now trying to purchase it from countries on the complete opposite side of the world, which is thus further increasing the cost of fuel. Unfortunately, this is totally by design, and the fallout of this would have been known by the experts in this industry, in the field, and those who had the positions of power to do so. Now, another key factor that's causing the inflation and cost of everything to go up is the fact that we've been printing trillions and trillions of dollars in just the last few years. Now,
exactly right. And they've been printing money out of thin air. And the reason why it's being devalued is because the money is not being backed by precious metals. Okay, you can't just go print $100 trillion of paperless or paper and expect it to have value to it, man. No. The only reason why the US dollar had some type of stronghold in the world is because, hey, you needed it to purchase petroleum or oil, man. That's the only reason why the fiat currency was able to get away with it for so long, because, like I said, it was being backed by oil. In order for the Saudis or in order for people to buy crude oil, you have to go through you have to converge over to USD. Okay, that's the only safety line that this dollar has had. But even during that time, it was still being devalued, because what's happening was through quantitative easing, okay, which they're borrowing money from the Fed at a phenomenal rate. But with quantitative easing, you can borrow money with the less than 0% interest rate. Okay, like how the hell you gonna go less than 0%? But see, what happened was they accumulated so much debt because they kept borrowing money. So when QE4 ran out, there was nobody else that would really take on the backing of it, man. So therefore, shit is going up. Okay, it's not the fact that a box of Cheerios is so much more worth it. No, it's the dollar has been losing purchasing power because it's not being backed by anything. That's the whole issue with going in. And that was set up too, because when they took the dollar off the gold standard, it was a crash course. It was a crash course for fate from there on. And they knew that. They did that on purpose, because the US dollar was never meant to be around forever. It was meant to bring in an MOTB. Okay, because if you do research, every currency roundabout bottoms out after every 100 years or so, give or take a couple of years or two. All right. So anyway, got a couple of precepts real quick. This is the book of 1 Thessalonians 5, and I'm gonna start at verses 1. It says, "But of the times and seasons, brethren, you have no need that I write unto you. For yourselves know perfectly that the day of Yahweh Shai so coming as a thief in the night." Right. And who is it gonna come a thief upon? The people that's not paying attention, man. Okay, we just broke down some segments. Like you Keishas out there, you ain't looking forward to the Lord coming. You steady trying to cook crawfish on a damn grill. You ain't worried about the economic collapse. And your mind said, okay, we paying $4, but Biden gonna fix it. That's the mind of you simple ass jakes. Biden gonna fix it. Biden ain't gonna fix it. Damn, Biden can't even fix his damn self. And he's laughing at you jakes, man. Okay, he's laughing at you while you sitting up here playing Xbox all day. This devil was really laughing at you, man, because they knew that they set this. So this place was set up to fall from the beginning. That's what you people don't understand, man. You feel like because you was able to have a career for a certain time and go out and live your livelihoods as you please for a short period of time, that this was just going to be all day and be all. No, that's the consequences for this shit. Okay, in the form of Jacob's trouble, which we're rapidly approaching. Okay, it says, for when they should say peace and safety, then sudden destruction coming upon them as to fell upon a woman with child, man, and they should not escape. Okay, they're not going to escape. Okay, because hey, Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shai didn't sanction these people to get this message, man. He blinded you purposely because he needs a reason to destroy you. All right, and it says here, but ye brethren are not in darkness, that day shall overtake you as a thief, right? Because we are looking forward to the coming and hasten to the coming of the Lord. So we ain't going to be taken off guard for. We see what the hell is happening out here. It ain't going to be no excuse to us if we wake up tomorrow and it says the United States of America has fell into a Great Depression. That's not going to surprise us because we've been telling you about it, man. We expect it to happen and we look forward to it happening. Why? Because, hey, that's when the men of the Lord are going to get there. We're going to get our roses in that day, man. Lord's will, we're worthy. So that's why I say, brothers, just hold on, man. Healing is coming. Miracles are coming. We're going to need them because this devil, he's getting ready to release something biologically that's going to just wipe people out, man. And when he starved these people out in the famine, when he shut down the pharmaceutical companies, they ain't going to be able to get access to. People are going to die, man. And that shit that's in their body, a lot of people that's dropping dead like this clown Justin Bieber. Okay, he got the blinky blink syndrome for drinking the juice. Hey, look. A lot of these people that drop dead, they're going to release those pathogens from their blood and they're going to become airborne, man. You see? And then, hey, it's going to be murder she wrote. People are going to be dropping dead left and right. Especially for those of you that took the drink. You know, your immune systems are already compromised, man. Okay? You having blood issues and shit like that. That comes from drinking that juice, man. You know? So we definitely going to need spiritual power or some type of divine intervention. The scriptures say at that day, Michael shall stand up. So that's written. Okay. So that we going to be straight. We going to be taken care of, man. Okay. The Lord is literally going to have his top archangel to intervene in these affairs, man, because it's going to be that damn bad. Like a couple years ago, Apostle Tahar said that his wife had a vision that she saw Michael the archangel with these wings and he was shielding and force fielding the elect from all the hell to come, because the scriptures say that no plague should come near thy dwelling place. But you people that's outside of this, you're gonna get caught up in it, man. Okay, you ain't gonna have no answers. Nobody's gonna come to your aid or your rescue. Okay, nobody's gonna come and deliver you out of a situation. You're gonna get caught head first into this into what's happening. You're gonna starve to death. A lot of you women are getting ready to be took by force, man. Okay, like the brother said, hey man, you may be going to buy your groceries and the dude may just come up and take you in your groceries, man, because hey, he's gonna need somebody to cook this shit. You buy a whole buggy full of groceries and yet it ain't no food out here. You're gonna get took, man. You're gonna get beat over side the head and you're gonna get snatched up, grabbed up, and you're gonna get your shit took, okay? You're gonna get it took from you and then they're gonna take your life. So, hey, rape is coming back, murder, strangulation, domestic, all these things are coming back in the earth. And you women, you have been set up perfectly to eat every ounce of that judgment, man. That's why it's a beautiful thing how the Lord blinded majority of you, because now all that, I don't need a man's spirit. You niggas ain't shit. I want to be me. I don't want to be controlled. All you, I want to be on my own type bitches. Hey, you going to be on your own in that day. Don't expect a handout from any man. Definitely not a man of the Lord. Okay, and these simps want to intervene and try to save you. Hey, guess what? They going right down with your ass. All right. So anyway, it says here, therefore, let us not sleep as do others, but let us watch and be sober. This is why we watch it. We were commanded to watch, okay, to watch and to pray, okay, and to be counted worthy to escape this hell. This is all out hell that's going to break out on the planet Earth. Bro, we're one big scenario away from just this place going up in smoke. Everybody's on edge. You go to work in the morning, you pay attention to the counters of the people. These people, they are getting ready to lose it, okay? It's just a matter of time before people start riding over gas, man. It's just a matter of time. You know, they look comfortable still with $4. They're like, okay, $4 I can do, but long as they don't get up no more than that, nah. Try $8, $9, $10. Then what? You ain't going nowhere. Ain't no clubbing for you. No vacation time. Okay? Ticket sales went up. Airline tickets went up by 33%. Eggs went up by like 12%. Okay? Gas 44%. And the list goes on, man. You know, but it says here, for they that sleep in the night, and they that be drunken are drunken in the night, which the night represents the darkness of you people. It says, but let us who are of the day Be sober, putting on the breastplate for faith, love, and for a helmet, the hope of salvation, man. Okay? That's the whole point. Salvation. We're doing this into salvation because, hey, we're totally losers on this side. We ain't got it on this side. Okay? We're literally peasants on this side, man. Okay? So therefore, the next world to come will be ours. Lord's will, we're able to be part of that first fruits, man. I tell brothers, man, you ain't come this far just to flop out or flunk out. You're just wasting your own time if you're going to do that. If you're going to get weak and scared and not put your best foot forward, and we're this close, you just go back in the world while you got a couple seconds left, man. You know, and then just wait on the missiles. All right?
Printing money in itself does not just inherently cause inflation. However, when you print money in the form of stimulus checks and send it out to the masses and the economy to be spent, that does cause inflation. And if you look here, between 2010 to 2015, we printed approximately $1 trillion, which, by the way, is a ton of money. However, in the last year, we printed $3 trillion. I'll say that again, $1 trillion over 5 years compared to $3 trillion in 1 year. This in itself is catastrophic for the value of the dollar and collapsing it. Now, that being said, because of the cost of everything going up, whether it's because of the cost of fuel and the fallout from that, and whether it's the printing of money and the fallout from that, now that things are costing more money than ever, people are now spending less, and when they do spend, they're using their credit cards. Hence why the consumer credit usage and debt is at the highest ever and will continue.
Yeah, that would probably be the best time to get a credit card and go max it out for real, because honestly, people ain't got the actual tangible cash on hand to buy anything. Everybody's going off credit. That's why they're forgiving we got what they call student loan forgiveness, okay? And also they're forgiving a lot of credit card debts. A lot of medical bills and so forth are being written off because people can't afford it anymore. You see what I'm saying? So a lot of people are being approved. You get approved for $10, $20, $30,000 spending limit of credit, and you could have a fucking 500 credit score, man, because that's how bad they need people to engage in this thing, man. They need people to engage in that to keep some type of economy going. But it's all going to fall on its face eventually, okay? And we're seeing the beginning stages of it. And it's just going to get worse, you see? So stay tuned.
To go up. Because again, if people can't afford to use their debit cards to purchase things, they're going to use their credit cards. And the numbers are already showing this. This will continue to rise. Now, because people are spending less, because again, cost of everything has gone up, we're now seeing that retailers, whether it be Walmart, Target, Amazon, their inventories are now too high, and so they are now trying to offload their inventory, because you may not be aware that when a company has something on their shelves, they have to pay taxes on it, which is why if you ever wonder when you go to the store or something, you're like, why do they run out of this? Why don't they just buy more? Well, it's because they want to have a precise amount on hand in order to avoid paying the taxes on it. So now that people are spending less.
You ask yourself, how does this guy know all that? Because Esau, man, he knows, man. Esau, he's into this shit. He's into geopolitics, man. Jake ain't into shit. Jake just want to fucking turn up all day. Okay, it's a time and place for all that. Okay, wiser children of light. Yep, so this is the book of Luke 16. And I'm going to start at verses 8. It says, and the Lord commanded the unjust steward, because he have done wisely. It says, for the children of this world are in their generation wiser than the children of light. Right. Why? Because Esau have access to these different resources, man. Okay. They have families and so forth that pass down generational wealth due to them having slaves. And make it sense that they're in power. So they will have access to the best information in the best schools. While they telling you people you're black or African American or Latino or Native American or Hispanic, they're learning the ways of the world. That's why presidents, they go to what you call prep school, okay? They prep them at the age of 12 to be ready to take over world affairs, while you sitting up here in elementary school, in a public school, drinking chocolate milk all goddamn day, man. Okay? Getting out, handing out meal tickets, being put on a school bus. Hey, the elites, their kids don't go to no damn public school, man. Even private school is too much for you jakes to afford. Me, I went to a damn public school, me and my sister. My little brother went to like a private Catholic school, which he ain't turned out no better. He's a straight demon. But his grandparents put him through that, man, because they thought he was too, they thought they was too good to put him in public school, which, I mean, you got the money, you got the money. But the nigga still turned out a mo. So I guess they ain't doing him no good. He been better off going to public school. He would have had a rough edge around him, man. But you know, it is what it is. But like I said, the children of this generation is wiser than the children of light. We're the children of light, okay? And they are wiser than us because they have access to the information, okay? They have access. Esau know how to get tax breaks from here to galore. Esau ain't paying as much money in taxes as you Israelites are, okay? He's paying probably a third of what you're paying, okay? So it's just like they know the ins and outs. They know about getting cattle, land, farmland. They know how to write shit off on taxes. Jake don't even know how to write a goddamn check out, man. And it's a damn shame. But you know, like I said, we are at a disadvantage. But when we get in our kingdom, hey, we're going to be the ones on high. We're going to be the illuminated ones or the Illuminati or the Luciferians in our kingdom. And watch the nigga get simple. Oh, he just said, y'all going to be Luciferian, man. This nigga the devil. No, jackass. Okay, Lucifer goes into the Hebrew word higher law, which means light. That's all it means. Okay, and that's the title that the elites have attributed to themselves because the Lord put them in power. Okay, being a Luciferian, you can be on the left-hand side or the right-hand side. Okay, but they're Luciferians on the left-hand side, hence the Illuminati, the enlightened ones on high, the all-seeing eye. Okay, they're the ones, they're the wicked. Okay, they're the devils that have this information. That's all it means. It don't mean nothing else, man. All right, so this is the book of Ezekiel 28:3. It says here, behold, thou art wiser than Daniel. There is no secret that they can hide from thee, man. Okay, right? Because Esau, he's wiser than the prophets, as we just read. Now, spiritually, he's not on the level. And it's not that he's smarter. He just have access to the information. They know these things because they have parents. They were privileged. You wasn't. You grew up in the ghettos, man. They didn't. They grew up on farms. I was talking to my coworker today about some things, man. We was talking about off the grid living. He said he'd rather go to Montana and live off the grid. And I said, why not Missouri? He said, well, it's too damn hot here. And I said, yeah, you got a good point there. And I was just picking his brain, asking him what he know about, water purification, fishing and all these things. And he said he could figure them things out. And he knew a little something here and there. But then I told him, I was like, well, see, that's the advantage of not growing up in the inner city, because he grew up like Amish or some shit. They're used to not having power and water. They used to doing everything manually, churning butter all goddamn day. They used to that shit, man. Versus we grew up in I grew up in a fucking hood, man. All right, now my parents try their best to get us away from that stuff, but shit, no matter where you go, you with Jake, that shit gonna be the hood, man. We lived in the inner cities of Chicago. Then we moved far out south Chicago, which is technically no better, But nonetheless, man, we grew up in the fucking slums, man. But nonetheless, hey, that's how it is. All right, so I'm gonna play a little bit more of this and I'm gonna end it off.
These retailers are trying to offload the products, their inventory. And the media is spinning this like, oh, that's a good thing. You can now get things at a discount. However, that is perhaps the most short-sighted way imaginable to interpret this. Because as these big box retailers dump their products, it will then have a supply and demand fallout, which is that over time, as you're trying to buy these same products, that they have less.
Right, and they can be justified on markups, okay? They can be justified on marking things up, which marking up, that's illegal as hell, okay? But what else they gonna do? Okay, like shit, during the time of the PD, the PD, the pandemic thing that kicked off in 2020, you notice, man, fucking hand sanitizer, 50-cent hand sanitizer, they were selling bottles of that shit for $15. How the hell you selling straight up alcohol for $20, man? Okay, they made a killing off that. Motherfuckers was making killings off masks. They capitalized on everything, while the rich got rich and the poor got poor. You see?
The cost of that will continue to go up as well. And now that people are purchasing less because everything costs more, you're seeing the evidence of that with the reduced shipping container rates, and now that they're plummeting. In early 2020, during the crisis, all of that went up. But now that you're seeing here, recently, it is now collapsing. That right there is indicative of the very fact that people are now spending less, and they are of a
right, because they don't have the income on hand to do it, man. People don't have $200 in a savings account. You got to check in, you go to work, and you lose your job today, you fuck. You ain't gonna make rent end of the month. And that was done by design, man. And like we said, this whole 2020 scenario was already set up to hide a collapsing society. Remember, we've been in a retail apocalypse since like 2015, 2016, when J.C. Penney's, what's those other stores? Payless shoe sources, man. A lot of Sears went out of business, bro. They've been hiding this shit in plain sight. You know, that's why we've done so many videos on it. We can speak on it because we've seen it. We know the trends now. You know,
we're spending less because things are more expensive. This is like a domino effect. It carries over everywhere. Now, one of the more alarming things that I've came across in the last couple days is the fact that big tech industry corporations are now rescinding their job offers. This right here is a massive red flag. So here's what happened. You have people that have accepted a job offer, put in their notice, and right before they're about to start their new position that they're all excited about, the job offer was rescinded. And this is happening to thousands and thousands of people. And this is going to carry over into other industries as well, and far sooner than you think.
Oh shit!
This is not
lawyer. How about Shimmy? How was shot? You heard what he just said. People are rescinding on the job offers, man. Bro, people are getting like, you get that job, you make 95 a year, 105 a year, 115 a year. You excited as shit. You got plans, man. You got vacation plan. Meanwhile, shit going up, and they gotta say, you know, sorry to tell you, but we gotta rescind and take back the job offer. Now you gotta go back and work at fucking Wendy's, man, or White Castle, wherever the hell you came from, or that miserable job you was doing. You people gonna learn to start appreciate the little shit that you gonna have. Like I remember back in 2012 when the economy was so bad under this dude Barack Insane Obama, okay, which that man is a goddamn madman. Dude is a fucking clown, all right? But you had applicants wrapped around the block to apply for McDonald's, man, in Chicago. People were literally wrapped around the block to get a job at McDonald's because it was that bad. You know? And it's gonna be the same way now, man. All these KFC jobs hiring, they start at $13 an hour. Shit, you could go to Chipotle and make a job. Yeah, a fucking 14-year-old can have a job at Chipotle making $15 an hour. And that ain't bad money if you're 14, 15 years old. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. Shit, at this place called Quick Trip, I was thinking about applying there, man. Shit, assistant managers are starting off with like 60 grand a year. Imagine how much the managers make, over 80 to 100 grand a year. They starting part-time employees off at $20 an hour. You know, but they can eat that cost of inflation, while a lot of these mom and pop, because Quick Trip is owned privately by this guy, but nonetheless it's still kind of on a corporate level because he's buying so many up, and he's put everybody convenience gas stations off the highway. Shit, you're gonna make a lot of money, especially with these truckers. You know, but he has the money to take the hit on that, just like Walmart. But these mom and pop in the closet type businesses, man, that got a few employees, 30, 40 employees, they ain't gonna be able to survive this, man. They ain't gonna survive that. All right?
Not just indicative of a so-called recession. This and everything else I've already mentioned is indicative of what will become an absolute depression. Because again, the cost of food will continue to go up, the cost of everything under the sun is going to go up. So here's what you can do to prepare. And I understand that some people are tight on money and they will not be able to do this, and perhaps you may have to use your credit card. And I'm not giving financial advice here, but you know, now is the time to do something. So as the prices where they are now, like you might be thinking, well, the prices are high as it is. I can't stock up. I have news for you. The prices are gonna skyrocket from here on out. In fact, the price of fuel will be over $10 a gallon far sooner than you think. In fact, I believe that in the very near term, before the end of 2022, I wouldn't be surprised if people are begging or wishing that they were paying $5 a gallon. Ooh. Guys, I don't want to be the doomsday guy.
Heard what he just said, man. This dude is on something, man. He's on to something. All right. Prudent. So this is the book of, let me find it real quick. Yep, this is the book of Proverbs 22:3. It says, a prudent man foreseeth the evil, okay, and hideth himself, but the simple passed on and are punished. You people heard what he just said, right? He said prepare. Now, honestly, that's carnal advice because it ain't nothing that you can do to prepare for this. You stock up on as many goods as you want. get as many gas generators as you want. It ain't gonna do no good, because you know what? At the end of the day, if somebody got whiff of what you got, they gonna come and take it. And if you don't have the covering of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, you could forget about it, man. Okay, but what it says, we foresee the evil, we foresee it this time to come. We're hiding under the wing of the Almighty, man. That's why it says here, and hided himself. How do you hide yourself? By coming into this knowledge and understanding. But you have to be chosen to come into this. You just can't wake up one morning and say, you know what, I'm going to be a Hebrew Israelite. No, man. Okay? Because you are born a Hebrew Israelite if you're a Negro, Latino, Native American. But the understanding is only given to a select few. Okay? And even of the few is going to be the ones that's going to get delivered. All right? But it says here, hided himself, but the simple pass on and are punished. Okay? And that's you people.
And I understand this sounds like fear-mongering, but this is, guys, this is math. Like, this is coming, and by knowing this information will give you a chance to prepare, and that's what's most important. So I recommend, if you can, buy everything that you normally purchase and buy in bulk while the prices are low. If you can stock up on food, whether it be canned food, rice and beans and other things, I would recommend doing so. So that way, if the cost of food, or when the cost of food skyrockets, and as people start clearing out the shelves, you will at least have food on hand to sustain you. I also recommend buying everything else, whether it be toothpaste or undergarments and pretty much anything else that you normally take for granted. I'm telling you, it's not just going to be the lack of access because of diminished supply chain, but when you can get a hold of something, it's going to be egregiously expensive. Me personally, I'm buying 2 years worth of food. Going to Costco, buying bags of rice and beans and candy.
See, you just made yourself a target, because somebody gonna find you. Okay, but you know what? That's a good thing too, though, because you ain't doing nothing but putting that up for us. Like the scriptures say, hey, he should seek to please the poor, man. Okay, so hey, you're gonna restore those goods, regardless on what you think. You think you got that 2 year supply of food is gonna get that you storing that up for the elect, buddy. Just thought you should know that. In case you didn't know that, you're storing that up for men like myself and men like myself. Okay, and that's teaching the word out here. Lord's will, we're chosen. All right, so last precept here. This is the book of Revelation 6, and I'm going to start at verses 4. It says, and then went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth. That's Esau. This earth is not in a peaceful habit right now. Okay, this habitable zone of the earth is totally chaotic, and the worst is yet to come. And it says, and they that should kill one another, right? Because hey, these Edomites are hunting Edomites, like we always said, there would be a war with the haves versus the have-nots, okay? And these Edomites on Edomite crime is getting ready to intensify, man. Okay, and Jake, you just gonna get caught up in the middle of it because you're so damn simple. It says, and that was given to him a great sword. And what's that sword? Okay, his technology, his lies and deception, his military. Okay, his the fact that he could create biological weapons, you know, biological warfare, and he can fuck people up. That's that great sword. And when he had opened the third seal, I heard the third beast say, come and see. And I beheld, and lo, a black horse. And he that sat on him had a pair of balances in his hand, man. Okay, a pair of balances, man. You see, a brother went into that the other day about the whole balances. Like the balances mean a yoke of iron. And you look at a yoke, it's basically a balance, man. Okay, depending on which yoke they put around Jake's neck. But that's slavery. Okay, and it says, and I heard a voice in the midst of the four beasts say, measure wheat for a penny, which that word penny goes into the nearest, which is the labor of a day's wage during a Roman period. It says, and 3 measures of barley for a penny, but see that thou hurt not the oil and the wine. Okay, and the oil and the wine is this truth, because at the end of the day, the only thing the elect is going to have to depend on is the faith of Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai. So, brothers, I'm going to end it there, man, giving all praises and glory and honor that's due to Yahweh, Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashim Rakakadash, double honors to the apostles and the elders of the great millstone, and peace and blessings to this, and salutation to the hopeful elect. And with that, Shalom and the Baba Ball.